Hello and welcome to Stage 7 of No Compromise, racing for the Ferrari FXX. Here's the upgrades I've got starting this day. I've just been slowly building them up, preparing for Stage 8, where I know there are some very difficult races. Well, not necessarily difficult as much as like I know there's one speed requirement race where you don't really have an option, you just have to buy upgrades. And so there we go, letting you guys see that. We'll see how long I can last with those. So this stage just said don't get overtaken. And I wasn't quite sure how hard it would be, so I decided I'd blast really quickly, and just to see, the sooner I get to the lead, the more I can control the race. And so I do like to get to the lead as fast as possible. Now, I've definitely been noticing that my braking ability is not as good as the bots. So that might get me in trouble. We'll just see here. I don't necessarily want damage, but look at this. Like, where's my brakes? So I just have to be careful I don't get overtaken. Check the windshield. Ooh, it's all cracked up. Well, that could be a problem. That's going to make me slower and looser. So, and make my brakes even worse. But there's the next 4 cars right there. Just to be careful. Right here, you can make major gains every single time at that corner. No bot takes that corner well. They substantially overbrake that corner. So you can really take advantage of that if you learn how to take it properly. In quite a few cars, it's a full throttle corner, actually. That it's kind of a little chicane. There's a left and there's a right. And yeah, if you got it lined up properly, you can really blast through there. Now, obviously, I've caught up pretty quickly here. I'm going to blast through this corner, so that's why I let him go a little bit. So so he wouldn't be in my way. Ooh, nasty pit maneuver, Martinez. I didn't get as much as I wanted out of that. Nuts. What I mean is, I was hoping I would spin him right around, and I didn't. So now, nuts. Now I'm going to have a gaggle on my bumper heading to this corner, which is bad for me and worse because of my damage. My braking ability is worse. So now I have to anticipate where they're going to drive and block. So I do not have the optimal entrance to that corner because I was really trying to block. See, I knew they were going to go side by side. I was having to block 2 lanes, which is a bit tricky. But you can see here, not much of a problem. So right here is where you're setting up this little left-right. And I don't know if it's full throttle in this car. There I got away with just not much of lifting off the throttle. And look how much I gained. Like, that's pretty impressive. So it really pays to learn how to take that corner. If you've got assists on, it's really hurting you. Brake assist low will actually overbrake there. So I think that's the one that... It's been so long since I used brake assist brake assist low, that is. Well, any brake assist, actually. So, yeah. There we go. First race, I'm going to let Santos catch up here. And this is bot management. Make sure they finish close to me. Zip zoom through this. And there we go. Let's get on to the next one. Okay, so no off-track allowed. And win this event in 52 seconds. Okay, so I did this a couple of times. I let Zoe get ahead of me. Why did I do that? Because she's in the way at corner 1. So watch this. Blast full throttle. And huge gains. I wasn't going to overtake her here, but I don't actually want to contact her. I don't want her to hit the brakes, which is what happened to me in one race. I scraped against the side of her car pretty aggressively, and then she nailed the brakes, and I went, oh, nuts. Like, even there... Nope, that was pretty good. I want her to stay close to me. What is she doing? Oh my goodness, is she ever falling back? I want her to be close to me. I don't want to finish with a huge lead. But I also don't want to fail the stage. So, taking a super wide, see if she'll catch up much. I better hammer the brakes here. I've got lots of time. That was like 1.5 seconds left over. Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave it. I don't want to do a restore and redo that one. Okay. This is the one. A few people told me that this was going to drive me crazy. And I will say, I did do quite a few attempts just trying to figure out how I wanted to do this. One time, what I tried doing was getting a whole bunch of off-track right off the start and then catching up. But then first place gets way too far away. So it's better to get a little bit of off-track in like that. I mean, that's not even a half second, almost a half second. I did that on purpose. I don't want him too close to me as I'm braking here. Little bit of off-track here. Careful, you can't get overtaken, so you got to be careful. Don't overtake unless you know it will stick. So you got to be careful. Now, I don't have much of a gap here, so I don't know if I want to drive off track too much. I might do a little bit of a slide. No, that's pretty good and controlled. Now, I didn't want to really do that, but I wasn't slowing down fast enough. Ah, great. I'm all smashed up. That's going to make this a little more difficult. Okay, well, let's cut to the right. Very little here. Oh, tried to do a pit maneuver, failed. Oh, that worked. Get a cut. Oh, don't. Good, good, good. Now watch this. So watch that. Double overtake yet. Isn't that amazing? Like, that's what I've been telling you guys. That corner, that's a killer corner at Hockenheimring. You learn to take that corner, you really get some advantage. Okay, now I've got to really just kind of peck away at this off-track driving. Just a little here, a little there. Watching the bots, because the Romano is fast. Romano? Yes, Romano. Romano was fast. So I got to be careful. But watch what happens here. I'm going to cut to the right. Actually, very little of this is off track, because there's a pit lane exit right there. So I'm going to go off track here a little bit, and then I'm going to go back over here a little bit. See, I'm logging almost a third of my off-track requirement already. Taking a look at how much of a lead I've got, that means I can take a lot of off-track when I'm braking here. 4 tires off-track will give you the best braking in the game. So I can monitor this. 2 tires off-track is the worst. So you got to be careful. Either fully off or fully on is best. But actually, all tires off track is actually better than all tires on track, which is hilarious, but just the way it works. And yes, I have definitely tested that. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. But watch this. Watch me blast this. Full throttle. That's just because I was off. Look at that. Like, that's a huge gain, and he was right on my bumper. It's pretty impressive. Like, it's good for you guys to know those kind of tricks if you don't know them. Well, that's not a trick. That's just knowledge. Like, that's where you get it. You take advantage of the competition or the lack thereof. Okay, so this could be a little bit dicey. I'm gonna have, let's see if I can get some more in here. So I've got 9.5 seconds to get in within 1 lap, and Romano was really gaining on me. But watch this again. Huge gains. So I'm gonna do a repeat. I'm gonna go off track to the left, and then go off track to the right. Very little there. And let's see what gains I get. Nice, huge gains. That means I can go off track to the left. And if you're in trouble and you want to brake even faster, you can grind against the wall. I'm not going to need to do that. There we go, really controlling this. Not letting him get too close. Okay, Romano's catching up. But look, I've only got another 3.6 seconds to get in. No problem. Right here, getting quite a lot. And, oh, almost got all of it right there. And there we go. All done. Now, I just need to stay in the lead, which honestly isn't very difficult once you get there, as long as you're blasting through these corners properly. And what I mean is, you want to brake a little bit early and get back to the gas a little bit early. And the bots, they don't do that. The bots take corners horrible. Even the best bots do not take corners very well. So there we go. Like, I just put out a video for this. When you get far enough in an endurance race, the bots are better than fully upgraded. However, they still lack in the corners. So you can still get them there. Okay, there we go. That was a good one. Okay, so no skidding at all, and it's a speed record event. And the PR is actually higher than what you see there. I explained that in stage 6. So I want to get this nice and clean. So I'm just going to go back and extend the start-finish straight. This is the really short version of Hockenheimring. So I don't have that one really long section that I can take advantage of. So this is a little drag strip. I would go through this barrier, so I can't get the advantage of all of it. But look, you're going to see this is easy to get all of your speed in here. Really easy, like no trouble at all. Like I don't even have to use the runoff. I could keep going and go off track here if I wanted to. I got to be careful not to skid while I'm doing that. I didn't need to do that. Don't know what I was doing. And I was wondering here, like this is probably another place you could hit speed. You'd have to go off track a little bit at the end. But I was getting close already. Actually, that was really controlled braking. I probably could have hit it there without having to do anything weird, but whatever. Now I'm just going to have a casual drive to the end of the lap. I'm not in a big hurry. No reason to be. Not allowed to go off track. So, oh no, it was no skidding. And maybe no off track. No, I went off track. It's no skidding. That's all it was. Right. No problem. So there we go. In fact, you can, I was trying to do this in another spot where I'd smash into the wall at like corner 2. And yeah, you can get away with that a bit, but it's just not necessary. Okay, well, I went faster than I needed to, but that's okay. It wasn't that much. Now, this one is also a little bit tricky. You can't be more than one car ahead at any one time. Now, you can be, but then you've got to fall back when the elimination point arrives. So I could be in first place, but then I'd have to drop back and make sure I'm only one ahead. So right now, I need to be in 5th place when the timer runs out. So sometimes, I'm not doing it in this one, sometimes in this type of an event, I would run up to the front, do a pit maneuver on the leader, and then get back in place. All right, so I'm already in 4th. It's pretty good. So I can do some late braking here and kind of smash them up a little bit. Not too aggressive, just a bit. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to pass yet. But there we go, perfect timing. That was really close, actually. That was razor close. Oh, he threw me off. I was trying to check my windshield and I hit the camera button too many times. Okay, I don't want to hit him. Now watch this corner again. Look at that. I'm all roasted and no trouble at all. Hello, goodbye. That's where I was having trouble. Now, it seems like Zoe's really getting away from me, but I've got 30 seconds to catch up from this very point. Not a problem, I don't think. Zoe is fast. Man, look at Zoe go. So I'm going to extend this so I can get a better run. Okay, now I've got 17 seconds. I will do a first corner cut, and then maybe a bit of dirty racing here. Yeah, Zoe, you're going to go for a little bit of a ride here. Shove Zoe off track a little bit. Ooh, I missed. And there we go. And check this out. Watch my timer and hit the brakes. Let Zoe pass me. It's okay. Timer ran out. Well, that takes us to the end of stage 7. I'll show you the upgrades I have. Didn't add any today. So please like, please subscribe. Check out some other videos. Playlist link is here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Stage 8's tomorrow.